I think we should get Benny a car.
Is this her asking or you asking?
Me? No, she's been home 3 months now. I think she's demonstrated enough that we can trust her.
I'm not getting her a car, so the next time she runs off with some idiot, I gotta drive up to New Hampshire and bail her out of trouble.
No, that's unfair.
No. You know what's unfair? Is you being all the way up her ass ever since she's been home. Jesus Christ, leave her alone. Ever since you threw out your mother, you've been stalking around here like the fates in Camelot. Get a hobby, for Christ's sake.
Welcome back to Late Night. We're here with Kevin Bacon, and I'm really glad we showed that clip because it would be impossible for that scene to take place in that era in Boston without at least 2 beeps.
Well, when it comes to my character, there was a time in the first season when I had to, for some reason, loop every single curse for markets that would not allow any kind of cursing at all. And it was next to impossible. I mean, if there's not like 18 F words a scene, I add them.
Right.
Just because it's become so much part of the character and so much part of the, who he is. So.
And so for people who don't know, that means you're going in, you're watching it in, and you're looping in a different word for...
Yes. Yeah, right.
Just let that see if the censors are here.
Exactly, right. Yeah. I mean, and it's hard to come up with them after a while. So they get somebody else to write them, and they're just hilariously bad. You know what I mean? It's just it's a losing battle.
The bummer is when the people from those markets see a show like that, and then they go to Boston for the first time, and they're expecting everyone, when they're mad at them, to be like, "Oh, funnel cake," and they hear the real language. They're like, "This is not what I expected it to be."
Yeah. Well, let's face it. No one from that market is watching the show anyway.
Hey, you went out and did this. You bought a 1969 Ford Bronco.
Yeah. God bless YouTube. It's free on the tree. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not familiar.
A standard transmission. You have a stick shift, right?
Yep.
I know how to drive a stick shift, but the actual shifter is on the steering column, which is something that I'd never driven. So I was literally watching YouTube, Google, how do you drive? And so the guy pulls it up and drops it off in the backyard. I'm like, oh, that's great. I wish I knew how to move it so that I could get it out of the way. We could get our other car.
Well, do please keep it off the roads.
No, I would never drive it.
We've talked in the past when you hear about how you made a lot of these incredibly iconic movies early in your career. Animal House, right out of the gate, and then Diner with Barry Levinson.
Diner, yeah.
Which, when you look at that cast of a lot of people who are making their first or second movie, it's really amazing. Was that a fun experience? Because it certainly is a fun movie to watch.
It was a great experience. We've had a couple of reunions, in the past. Do you smoke marijuana, weed?
I have, yeah.
You have in the past, yeah. Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Well, be careful, it's a gateway drug. But I...
Yeah, you smoke enough, next thing you know, you're buying a car.
Yeah.
Buying a Ford Bronco.
Exactly.
Don't even know how to drive it.
Don't even know how to drive. Exactly. Different people react differently to it. I'm okay as long as I'm in like a super, super safe kind of situation.
Yeah, like with Mickey Rourke, like hanging out.
Not with Mickey Rourke. No. I need to be like in bed or something's on, like work. Like never.
I'm 100% like you.
You're not
just
high
like,
right now.
I just want to. No, I'm not high right now.
Okay.
But I like watching a movie. Yeah, safe in a room.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I can get a little paranoid. So I've tried. Weed terrible, alcohol terrible. Any kind of drug, it just doesn't go with work, in my opinion. So we have a day off while we're doing Diner, and it's definitely a day off on the schedule. So another actor, I don't mention his name because there's drugs involved. Danny Stern says to me, "Do you want to go to the movies and get high? We'll go get high. We'll go to the movies." So I was like, "Yeah, definitely. We're not working today. Awesome." Now keep in mind that there's no cell phones, right?
Yep.
So nobody knows where we are, and we're in Baltimore in the middle of the afternoon watching whatever movie would be the popular movie back then. I can't even do the math on that, but. And all of a sudden, it's dark. We're watching the movie, and I hear someone go, "Is Kevin Bacon here in the theater? Is there a Kevin Bacon in the theater?" I mean, literally, I my pants. I was like, "Oh my God, what is happening?" And sure enough, the production they needed me. And I don't think they needed Danny, so he's cracking. He's hysterical, you know, laughing at the fact that I got to go back. And they had somehow tracked us down. Somebody had told somebody that we were going to go to the movies, and they went to every single movie theater in Baltimore, and found us. And I went back to work, and you know, I was fine. It turned out that the scene was just me walking in the background or something like that. Plus, the adrenaline just straightened me right up. So
It is, I mean, that is the nightmare. If you're someone who gets paranoid smoking weed, the nightmare is someone will come in and literally scream your name.
absolutely, absolutely, it was the worst thing that could possibly happen at that moment.
Well, I'm very glad it did not affect the work, and it is such a delight to have you.
Affect the
in
work.
studio.
You saw that performance.
It was amazing. It was amazing, and it stands the test of time. And I did think you were a little stoned. The second season of City on a Hill premieres March 28th on Showtime. We'll be right back with Retta.